Dagda agus tá fáilte romh, is me se an scéala beag. Hello and you're welcome. I'm the little storyteller coming to you from our Live at 5 session here on the 23rd of April. And we've had a really good chat about best practice around sacred sites. Some things that we've touched on is, of course, do your homework, know what you're going into, and be respectful. Like you're moving into lands and moving on to areas that have a significance. If not for you, it may have a significance for someone else other than you. And so being able to walk with that respect and walk with that mindset and awareness is an important thing, not just for the site, but also for the community that may have connected to that, the energies involved with that, or also yourself, your own self-preservation and protection, because sometimes these sites may be energetically challenging. So what I thought I would share with you today in regards to the recording is this screen you can now see. It is the National Monument Services. This is a record on archaeology.ie that you can access to look at the island of Ireland and all of the current updated recorded archaeological sites. So I'm going to show you how to navigate that site and give you a quick look of what some of the stuff looks like on my island. So you go to archaeology.ie. Up here, you got the Archaeological Surveys of Ireland, and then that will take us into what you're looking for here is the SMR database. And the way this has actually worked is the Historic Environment Viewer link will actually load for us. And they've taken the Ordnance Survey maps of Ireland, and they have gone through and they've put coordinate locations and longitude, latitude for all of these various kind of sites and marked them by color coding. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the loveliness that is my island. Okay, and so if you have a particular address you want to look up, you can do a search here, or if you're just really interested in just zooming right the way in, you may need to kind of know a little bit about what the island looks like, in that I grew up in Dublin. I moved out to Navan, and out on the N3 road here, we go out a little bit further and we'll find one of my personal favorite places, which is the Hill of Tara. So as we zoom closer in, you'll be able to see all of these dots appear. Okay, so this area here is the Boyne Valley. So this is the Boyne River kind of moving on through. That's the M3, the motorway. And any of these spots, if you hover over a blue spot or click on it, it will do a little pop-up window, and it'll tell you this is a Presbyterian parochial house. So that's been recognized for its historic significance on the landscape. So we're not dealing with solely ancient archaeological sites, but if you are looking for those older ones, you need to be looking for the red dots. And this is the townland of Castletown, Tara. And so it'll pop out and it'll give you a bit more information around the location. If we can kind of zoom a little bit further in, let's see if we can get the main areas. Oh, so it's very responsive, and it works really well in regards to, picking up on the information. So where have we got? There we go, Tara. Okay. So we come off the motorway, and yeah, it is. So this is up the hill. This is one of my favorite grounds. This is where I do a lot of the tour guiding work myself, kind of taking people around the area here. And this is the Hill of Tara. So as you come up, there's the car parking area. This is actually a graveyard, so it's an older Presbyterian graveyard. And then up behind that, we have the main kind of rings and rounds. So this is the double rounds. And if I'm not wrong, that is the standing stone. So that is the standing stone on the top of the Hill of Tara, which is known as the Leah Fall, which is the representation of one of the 4 treasures of the Tuatha Dé Danann, the stone of sovereignty or stone of destiny that was brought into Ireland and placed there. So the way to navigate this is archaeology.ie, National Monument Service, and then as you kind of scroll in, if you have ideas of places you want to have a look for, let me just do a quick, I couldn't exactly come in here and show this without going to the opposite side of the island for Rathcrohan. Let's see if we can get that. Croghan. We may need to search by the townland. Nope, Croghan Mountain. So this is part of the homework that we were talking about, being able to kind of know the areas that you're looking for. So I know Tulsk in Roscommon is the area I'm looking for. And the main mound of Rathcroghan is just out the road a wee bit. From there, so there's the Ogle of Wells. All right, there it is. And so as you'll begin to see, some of these places are actually shown on the Ordnance Survey maps with the circular embankments, because it's a double ring embankment, which makes up the mound of Rathcroghan. So there's the ring fort there. And it'll give you more information about it. A lot of this is the archaeological reference. So we're dealing with specific locations and information that is captured about that location for the national records. So that is how to access this. As I said, archaeology.ie, historic environment viewer. It's a really, really great service that the government has actually provided. And if we kind of get some view, let's see if I can find a halfway in, halfway out, you might be getting an idea. Laura did the work on this in regards to visiting one site a day for the rest of her life. And if she were to live for another 40 to 50 years and still went to see one of these sites every day, she would still not see more than an extra 20% of the sites that we have recorded in this service, in this record alone. All of these red dots here are all around the Rathcroghan area, all around Tulsk, and that should give you an idea of the historical landscape that exists in the island of Ireland. So thank you very much for joining us. I do hope that this is of use to you. And I really appreciate all the community gathering, as we have been continually for these Live at 5 sessions. Gaurav Mahagat, thank you very much. Agus Lán, goodbye for now.